Okude, na wọnú ètò yẹn lọ díẹ̀ nísìn. Okude na máa wọnú ètò yẹn lọ. tó mo kí onílé, mo kí àlejò, a kí gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti láǹfààní láti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní àṣálẹ́ yìí. A kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a kú bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí. Àwa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀, a kí Elédùmarè, ọba tó ní wá, ọba tó dá wa sáyé, tó mọ̀gbà tí olúkálukú wa máa fi ayé sílẹ̀. A kí mùsùlùmí, a kí kìrìsìtẹ́nì, a kí àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Mo á torí bẹ́ẹ̀ mo lọ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí ẹ̀yin ìyá wa lálùbáríkà. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, mo kẹ́yin àǹtí wa, mo kẹ́yin sisters wa, mo kẹ́yin màmá wa, mo kẹ́yin àbúrò wa. Àwa tún wọnú ètò lọ báyìí níbi tí a fẹ́ fi ṣe ìdúpẹ́ ráńpẹ́, nítorí pé bíyàn bá rò pé ibi tá jókòó sí ní gbogbo wa tá à ń pariwo pé kíran Yorùbá kó bọ́ lóko ẹrú, ó lè má yé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀, nítorí pé wọ́n ń wò bóyá àwọn tí à ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ àǹjọ̀nú ni wọ́n. Ó tún á fi dá mi lójú pé àwọn tá à ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n kì í ṣe àǹjọ̀nú. Mo kí Mr. Kenny Hills, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Gbogbo yín lè mọ̀ kí wá kí dáadáa. Kò sí bó ṣe lè rẹ̀ mí tó lálẹ́ yìí, bí ó ṣe lè rẹ̀ mí tó. Bíyàn bá wo ìgbésẹ̀ tí a rí ní èní ní London, ní Hackney, kódà ó tó bẹ́ẹ̀, ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ pé mo gbọ́dọ̀ jáde láti wá ṣe ìdúpẹ́. Mo rántí, yes, you told me you are scared to travel to Nigeria. I remember you. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. Èmi náà kúkú ni, wọ́n ní fẹ́ lómi ṣe mí. Èmi àbúrò yín, èmi ọ̀rẹ́ yín, èmi olólùfẹ́ yín. Àwọn kan tún máa ní ẹ ti di bàbá fún wa. Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run. Tó bá jẹ́ pé kò ń ṣe ìrìn àjò Yorùbá Nation ni mo gbé dání, ó ṣeé ṣe pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí à ń bá pàdé, tí à ń rí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn wọn, ó ṣeé ṣe pé ká má lè rí. Àmọ́ nígbà tó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run ní àsìkò ti tó kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá àtàwọn tá ti mọ̀ rí tẹ́lẹ̀ àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí mo ò tẹ̀ mọ̀ rí, ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń connect ẹ̀mí wa together. Ìyẹn ló ṣe dàbí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tí wọ́n bá rí irú ojú wa níta, wọ́n máa ń tètè dá wa mọ̀. Kò kí ń ṣe fúdìí kankan ju pé iṣẹ́ Oòduà tá gbé dání, iṣẹ́ pé kíran ọmọ Yorùbá kó lè ní àlàáfíà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. Èmi náà ti délé, bí ẹ ti ṣe ń rí pé ilé ni mo ti wà báyìí. Mo ṣì ń bọ̀ dáadáa ní ibi tí mo fẹ́ mú ètò lọ lálẹ́ yìí. Hackney ni mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ fún. Bọ́ ká tó lè dúpẹ́ fún Hackney, ká tó lè dúpẹ́ fún àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ká pàdé àwọn oríṣiríṣi ojú. Mo pàdé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n ti mọ̀ mí rí nígbà tí a ti ń bẹ. At least mo máa ń sọ pé ó tó dí mélòó kan tèmi náà ti wà nílùú yìí. Bí àbátẹ̀ mọ̀yàn kankan rí, at least níbi tá ti ń gẹrun, níbi tá ti ń pàdé ní patí, ọ̀rẹ́ wa kò mọ tí gbogbo wa máa ń pàdé, nítorí pé kò kí ń ṣe Yorùbá Nation ló jẹ́ kí a máa kọ́kọ́ pàdé bẹ́ẹ̀. A ti ń pàdé lóríṣiríṣi ibi tá bá ń lọ, àmọ́ ìrìn àjò Yorùbá Nation has become a very different thing entirely. And I can only say it is the Almighty God. Ẹ wá jẹ́ ká máa wà very careful, nítorí pé tá bá pe God nísìn, God means different thing for different people. Oníṣẹ̀ṣe máa ń pe God ní ìlànà ìṣẹ̀ṣe. Mùsùlùmí àti márùn-ún á yan sàká, tó bá lówó á lọ Mẹ́kà. Àwọn náà máa ń pe ànábì Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì náà àwọn náà máa ń ṣe ìgbésẹ̀ pé kí Jésù Kristi tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tí mo máa ń sọ pé ká wà careful torí ẹlòmíà ní àwọn òyìnbó ló mú wá. Mo ní kúkú wọn ọlọ́run ọba náà ni torí pé tó bá jẹ́ pé ọlọ́run ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ó wà lọ́dọ̀ tiwa, there's probability that we will probably not even know anything as Christianity. But nígbà tí Christianity dẹ̀ ti wá wọlé dé tí a ti gbà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọlọ́run ṣe fẹ́ ká gbà, ẹ má ẹ kó wá jẹ́ pé ìjẹ̀sìn ló máa jẹ́ in tí ó máa fa ìdíwọ́ fún pé a fẹ́ òmìnira. So ẹni jẹ́ Kristẹni, ẹni jẹ́ Mùsùlùmí, ẹni jẹ́ oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ti ní nǹkan ta ti ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó di pẹ́sìn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yẹn dé, àmọ́ kò wá ń ṣe torí ìyẹn, torí pé tó bá jẹ́ pé torí ìyẹn ni, bó bá jẹ́ pé bí ṣe lọ sí Akron lénìí, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ máa bínú sí mi gan pé Mr. Koiki, àwọn tẹ́ rò pé gbọ́n ni, àwọn tẹ́ rò pé nílàákàyè, nígbà tẹ́yìn ń gbé láàrin àwọn òyìnbó, ǹjẹ́ rí àwọn òyìnbó tó ń jẹ́jẹ́ ẹ̀sìn? It shows that we are not fighting a religious fight. But kí n tó wá wọnú ètò yẹn lọ, ẹ má bínú because I've had a very good time that I've never had for a very, very long time. And I believe not just a good time, also to prove that we are not speaking to ghosts on the social media. We are speaking to real people that cannot wait to even touch the body, to even feel me, to even speak to me. And it is not me. It is because we are fighting the same cause. Mo wá kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ wọnú kíkí yẹn nígbà tá a ti kí àwọn bàbá wa Professor Banji Akintoye, tí a ti kí deputy wọn bàbá wa Wálé Adéníran, tí mo torí ẹ̀ tí mo lọ kí ìyá wa Onítìpẹ́ Abíọ́lá, tí mo kí bàbá mi dáadáa Ìgbòho Òòṣà. Mo pè nígbà tí mò ń lọ sákùnì, mo ní bàbá, mo ní tún gbúrò yín ni, ṣàlàáfíà lẹ́wà? Bàbá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, àlàáfíà làwọn wà. Mo dẹ̀ rí pé inú àlàáfíà ló wà lóòótọ́ torí fídíò kọ̀ ni mo fi bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Mo náà tún lọ sákùnì, à ń bá campaign lọ, wọ́n dẹ̀ fàdúrà tì wá lẹ́yìn. Mo torí ẹ̀ mo wá lọ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ jẹ́ bàbá fún wa, tí a mọ̀, tí ó jẹ́ pé ẹ kàn ń gbọ́ wa ni, ẹ dẹ̀ ń fi àdúrà ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Mo torí ẹ̀ mo lọ kẹ́yìn ìyá wa kọ̀ọ̀kan náà bẹ́ẹ̀, àtẹni tó wà nílé, àtẹni tó wà níta. But ní wá lè má lọ kí bàbá wa kan because lótìtọ́ ẹ lè máa gbọ́ tán pariwo Nàìjíríà nínú event yẹn, and I will explain why it has to be like that. Because we are living in a system tó ní process, tí ó dẹ̀ ní ìlànà tá fi ń operate ní bíbáyìí. So even if as much as you will continue to hear Nigeria, in some few places that we might end up going, I can assure you that what I saw in that event, full Yoruba people, culture people, some Biafra people, some Edo people, some other ethnic groups that were represented there. We still have those that believe in one Nigeria, and we must not criticize them because in Toshi money, but in Temiman Sonipe, when the right time comes, they will understand who really these individuals that still believe in Nigeria. So does not literally mean pé nígbà tí ẹ ń bá ètò yẹn lọ, ẹ wá ń gbọ́ tán kí Nigeria, tán play Nigeria anthem. Let me first explain that we don't live in the jungle here in UK. We live in a civilized society. And that literally means that as soon as the Yoruba bá ti di a full independent nation, the UK will not have any other option. Tá bá fẹ́ ṣe event nílùú yìí, àní máa lórúkọ Nàìjíríà, à lórúkọ Yorùbá nation láti lọ fi gba booking ẹ̀, à lórúkọ Igbo fáwọn tó bá fẹ́ ṣe booking ẹ̀. But eléyìí tí wọ́n ṣe, àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ lọ dúpẹ́ fún bàbá wa kan, because ìtọ́ṣe has never been done before. And that shows that the Yoruba people, we are intelligent, we are very, very sophisticated. And If we cannot give thanks to this name I'm going to mention, who else are we going to give thanks to? Who else can we say is the champion? Who else can we appreciate more? Because ipasẹ̀ tí wọ́n lẹ́yìn ṣe rá wa níbẹ̀ yẹn lálẹ́ yìí pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá, àtẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ń wo lórí social media, àtẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ń wo nínú ilé, àtẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ń wo ní gbogbo ibikíbi tẹ́ bá wà ní gbogbo àgbáyé. We could not have done so if it was not because of this very great man that out of his very, very busy schedule, he thought that we should have a cultural day that will represent the Yoruba people, that will represent the Biafra people, that will also represent those that still believe in one Nigeria. And we are not fighting each other, or we are just telling those that are still a believer in one Nigeria, Egbe yewo, check a lotun, ejekajo yewo. Is it worth it to become a Nigerian with all the information that is necessary to us? Táwa nẹni tí mò ń sọ yìí, ta ni bàbá wa tá a fẹ́ dárúkọ ẹ̀ yìí? Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ máa dúpẹ́ fún bàbá wa yẹn, because he actually made it happen today. If not because of him, I would have continued my broadcast in the house, and maybe I would still believe that the people that ambassador, they are human beings that believe in Yoruba nation. Mo pàdé àwọn tí ó yẹ pé they've been fighting for Yoruba cause for the last 40 years. Àpàdé lénìí. Mo pàdé àwọn tó jẹ́ pé they have been fighting to make a Yoruba country, and I'm talking about, at least, kí má exaggerate, in that event today, I would say give and take, about 80% of our níbẹ̀, they are full Yorubas, and they cannot wait. They cannot wait for so many things, but the most important thing they cannot wait for is we can have our own sovereign nation where we can control our individual selves among ourselves, where we can control who we are, our border, and we can develop ourselves. And I'm telling you, 80% of those at that event are full-blown Yorubas that are ready to sacrifice, to die, to continue to contribute, to pray, to do whatever so that the Yoruba can live. And I'm not joking. Some things that we said off the camera, things that you heard maybe through the camera or through the whispering, shows that I want to pàdé níbẹ̀ yẹn lálẹ́ yìí. I might not be able to mention all their names, but before we can do anything, we first have to give it to this man. Who is this man that we are talking about? Mo sọ nípa ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n alálùbáríkà, ẹ̀gbọ́n tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ àdúgbò ẹ̀ débi pé nígbà tó kúrò ní Nàìjíríà, ó dé UK, ó gbé gbogbo ìtàn pè ní ìṣẹ̀ṣe Yorùbá, ó gbé wọnú UK. Ó ti ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi, but eléyìí tó tún ṣe lénìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́ fún wọn. And I'm talking about no one else than my very big uncle, Mr. Wole Amodemaja. Ẹ̀gbọ́n dáadáa, ẹ̀gbọ́n tí ó dúró tán, nítorí pé in everywhere we are, we can use our opportunity to bring people together, and we can also use our opportunity to divide people. He could have literally used today to divide us, and I'm not joking, because Bàbá wa tẹ́ ń wò yìí, and let me give us multiple pictures of him so that you can pick up as many of his different faces. And I'm sure, okay, I think I have one that I took with him, so which is the one to your left hand side, and that is him right there. We're talking about Bàbá wa, ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, grandfather, grandmother, but the most important thing, an uncle to so many people. Mo ń sọ nípa Bàbá wa Wole Amodemaja. He is the organizer with his team that put together what you saw in London today. It is not just in London. It has been watched all over the world. It has never been done before. Omode champion. He could have said to the Biafra, interface leni is going to be a pure Nigerian event. We will not allow anything apart from Nigeria. He could have said to the Yoruba people, lótìtọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí, àmọ́ ẹ má bínú, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ọjọ́ ìní ká kọ̀ fi ṣe ti Nàìjíríà nìkan. He could have told those that are believer in one Nigeria, àwọn mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ Yorùbá nation, ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ Biafra, ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ pé àwọn kan fẹ́ pín Nàìjíríà, but báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ gbé yẹn kalẹ̀. He could have told those Nigerians that ká má fi èní ṣe Nàìjíríà, ká kọ̀ fi ṣe Yorùbá nation, but rather he unites people that will probably will never believe a Yoruba nation, and they will never want to understand anything Yoruba nation, and they will still want to be one Nigeria. He is also maybe those that believe in Biafra, but what he has done today showcase something, and that is humanity. Ṣẹ̀rí humanity yẹn gangan òun làwa máa ń sọ pé ó ṣe kókó, ó ṣe pàtàkì. What he has done today prove to me, because tí bá sọ pé mo mọ̀ wọ́n dáadáa, irọ́ ni mo pa o. I've been hearing of him in UK, and I believe the first time I met him in that picture was after I came back from Nigeria after my own ìrìn àjò. Mo ti máa ń gbórúkọ wọn, but mo rò pé a fojú ríra rí kó tó di pé mo láǹfààní láti pàdé wọn ní Dustin, ìyẹn ni picture tẹ́ ń wò yìí. But he has also proved that he is a true son of Yoruba man, Omodudua. And he did not hide it. He could have pretended, but he did not pretend. He could have said, okay, tẹ́ bá ti débẹ̀ o, ẹ rọra máa ṣe ni o, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yoruba nation. Torí pé tiyín kọ́ ni mo ṣe lọ gba license, because let me tell you something. Before that event was held, he has put his own details in the front line. Bí nǹkan kan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn lénìí, he will be held responsible for that. But rather, he was able to put us together in the midst of the tension going on in Nigeria, because Nigeria is going through a lot of tension. And the last thing that anybody would like to do is bring people that still believe in Nigeria, whether they believe in APC, whether they believe in PDP or Labour Party, and put them together with people that believe in Igboho Oòṣà, people that believe in Professor Banji Akintoye, people that believe in the breakup of Nigeria, or bring in the Biafra to add up to the tension. Mass burial, you have to get in touch with me. So Bishen Solo, let us say a big thank you to this man. And I'll tell you why that we have to say a big thank you to him. He could have said, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ ń bọ̀ yẹn, kẹ́ tó lè wá sí event yẹn, ẹ fún mi ní owó, nítorí pé ó ṣeéṣe pé káwọn náà ná owó díẹ̀. Àbí kó sọ fún wa pé wíwá tẹ́ ń bọ̀ yẹn, aṣọ culture Yorùbá nìkan ni kẹ́ wọ̀ wá. Ìwọ Kóìkì, àwọn lè mọ̀ pé ó ń bọ̀. Mo bẹ̀ ni, má wá sí event yẹn pẹ̀lú aṣọ Ìgbòho, má dé fìlà Ìgbòho, má dé fìlà Yorùbá nation. Tó bá ní agbádá nílé kó máa wọ̀ bọ̀, kò ní sẹ́ni tó máa mọ̀ pé Yorùbá nation nìyẹn. He could have told the Biafra that as much as we want to showcase our culture, but we will not talk about anything Biafra, because this is not what the Nigerian government would like to see. And this is why we are telling those of you at home, pẹ̀lẹ́yìn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, ẹ̀yin ìyá wa tẹ́ wà ní bíbá, ní kẹ́ agree pẹ̀lú pé kí Nàìjíríà kó pín. But can we talk about the humanity first? Ǹjẹ́ a lè jọ jókòó kájọ gbé yẹ̀wò? Ṣebí gbogbo wa náà la kúkú mọ́ra wa tẹ́lẹ̀. nínú Nàìjíríà. So why are we running away from ourselves? Èmi ò rí pé èèyàn kan wà níbẹ̀ yẹn lálẹ́ yìí títí di alẹ́ tí mo fi kúrò níbẹ̀ ní almost 9:30 tó wá yín mi lẹ́kan náà lẹ́yìn pọ́n máa lè ìwọ ló ń pariwo Yorùbá Nation Koiki Media wèrè. Mo rò pé èèyàn kan wá tutọ́ sí mi lójú. Èmi náà rò pé èmi náà lọ tutọ́ sí ẹni tí mo rò pé bí ẹwọ́ point sí mi pé ṣoré ẹni yẹn àwọn ọmọ Tinubu ni o. Ó máa ń ṣépè fún ẹ gan. I don't think I saw anybody like that I was pointed to. Débi pé mi náà wà lọ́pẹ́ ìwọ lọmọ Tinubu àbámọ̀ Àtíkù ọmọ Peter Obi àwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbára wa lẹ́sẹ̀. And this is why I'm saying to those of you that Yoruba Nation has come to stay. Because ẹ̀gbọ́n improve ẹ̀ fún wa lálẹ́ yìí pé ọmọ Yorùbá tàtà. Kódà àwọn kan sọ pé ń wọ aṣọ British flag. I don't think you understand that what he did tonight, because I think Losijo Keji, if I look at my time clock now, I don't think some of you understand that he actually brought together people that I've never saw before in my life. And when they saw me, kódà yawa kan wà ńbẹ̀, Koiki Ìjọ̀gbọ̀n, Yorùbá Nation, bó ṣe ń pè Koiki Ìjọ̀gbọ̀n ló ń pè kó Yorùbá Nation. Bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn tí mo ti rí for the last 6 years, ẹni tí mo ò tẹ̀ mọ̀ rí tó kọ̀ rí mi tó ní Yorùbá Nation now kò ń ṣe pé fún kankan, is because we are ready. Nígbà tí mo wá ti kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa Wole Amodemaja, ẹ jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ bá ń kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi yẹn dáadáa. Let us thank him for making tonight yesterday, a very successful outing for the Yoruba people. Ṣebí recognition la náà wá, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, à ń wá recognition. Ǹjẹ́ a rí recognition láàrin event yẹn lánàá? Ǹjẹ́ èèyàn kan lè wà níbẹ̀ kó sọ pé òun ò rí nǹkan kan tó yàtọ̀ sí tí wọ́n ti ń rí tẹ́lẹ̀ rí? I'm not even sure that those that believe in one Nigeria came with a Nigerian flag. Because tá a fi kúrò níbẹ̀ yẹn, I try to look around. I try to look at the people. I did not see anybody with a Nigerian flag. Does not mean that we don't have people that are hardcore Yoruba man or Yoruba woman that believe in one Nigeria and they are ready to die for one Nigeria. Ẹ má bínú ìyá wa, ẹ mọ̀ pé ti pè mí nísìn. Kódà àti délé tán ni mo wá ń sọ fún ra mi pé ǹbá ti ní kí wà látà jẹ́ ká gbọ́dọ̀ yín ká lè wá gbọ́ oúnjẹ yẹn. I'm talking to my mom. Because ẹlòmíì tó bá gbọ́ pé oúnjẹ Koiki oúnjẹ olótúfẹ́ lọ gbà báyìí torí Ọlọ́run á ti ní kó yé máa jẹun níta kó yé máa ṣe kinní kan. I understand and I totally respect, your concern and safety for me, because I'm somebody now. I don't want to think like that, but a lot of people see me now as I don't know, but I don't want to think like that. So, but lọ́la lágbára Ọlọ́run, àwa gbọ́ oúnjẹ yẹn. I'm talking to my mom. Now, nígbà tá a ti wá kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Wole Amodemaja, ọmọ Mushin Àjínátù, ṣé Àjínátù lẹ máa ń pè wọ́n? I saw a true spirit of Yoruba man in him. And I understand some of you, because I always say that even though we are fighting for Yoruba Nation, Mushin Ajino, okay, we will still going to have a lot of reconciliation. But for now, Oju Ejelawa. And we will stand with that. We will disagree with anybody that disagree with us. And àwọn tó bá ká ṣépè fún, a ṣépè fún wọn. àwọn tó bá yẹ ká fún ládùúrà fún wọn ládùúrà. But one thing is, we are not ready to sell out because of anything. And I don't want us to have anything at the back of our mind that because we are fighting for Yoruba nation, tá bá pàdé àwọn tó believe in Yoruba nation, a gbọ́dọ̀ wá já ara wa sí wòwò ká bára wa jà ká wá dàbí ẹni tó ní ẹ̀kọ́. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn rí mi lénìí, bàbá kan tó ń wo bọ́dì mi báyìí pé Mr. Koiki, mo ní èmi náà ni pé bọ́dì yìí náà ló wá dà, èmi gan tún lẹ́ran jà mo tún ní ara jọ yín lọ pé bọ̀tẹ́ bá jókòó sórí screen yẹn ká ṣàdúpẹ́ fọlọ́run. Nígbà tí mo ti kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa, mo dẹ̀ máa kí wọn throughout tá máa fi parí program yìí, because I cannot love him more. It shows a good spirit in him and I can appreciate him continuously. But kò wá ń ṣàwọn nìkan la máa appreciate, mo ti wá appreciate gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ tíìmù wọn, látẹni tó kọ lẹ́tà sí council, látẹni tó ẹjọ́ ẹ má pè wá because our life nísìn, ẹni tó ń pè wá láti Germany, I'm sure you will not be calling me at this time if I am not live, because you know that I should be sleeping. But because I'm live does not mean you should call and disturb the line. You're watching me from Germany because you have actually stopped my broadcast from the other phone and I'm starting it again. Mo wà lórí live broadcast. I'm on a live broadcast. I'm not taking calls now. Ẹ sí lórí speaker, but ó ṣe jẹ́gbà tí mo ṣe ẹ ṣe send message yẹn, ẹ send it by write up or voice note. All right. I understand when people say they have information and it's important, but an information, no matter how important it is, ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ka rógun into malewa lere. I believe that information can still be either passed to me, like I told my brother there, because what you've done now is, if I was sleeping, there's no way you would have been able to pass that information. A past information, I will give a bit few minutes. If you leave a voice note, I'll listen to it through my AirPod, but we cannot stop the broadcast because of that emergency. Whatever emergency, tell me one is in a way, kí Fúlàní wọnú Aso Rock kó bá wa fìkan síbẹ̀ kó lànà. Tó bá jẹ́ pé irú yẹn lẹ bá send video sí mi, I will break in transmission. And like I always say, please, when we are live on a live broadcast and there's something very, very urgent, why not first send me a text message or a WhatsApp message, and I'm sure I will pick the message. Because tó bá yẹ pé mo ti lọ sùn nísìn, I'm not sure that emergency, I'm sure it can wait till tomorrow. So in tó bá ti lè dúró dọ̀la is not an emergency anymore. In tó bá ti lè dúró dọ̀la is no longer an information that I can receive tonight. So please bear with me on that, because we have so many people that are watching, and the last thing we want is a distraction, which you have actually done right now. I'll come back to the conversation. The next person tí mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ fún òun ni gbogbo àwọn tíìmù bàbá wa, ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, Wole, Amodemaja, Mushin Ajina, fún gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tí wọ́n gbé for a successful outing, a very powerful one. I think the council will be pleased, because in the council the council wants where people can come together, showcase our culture. Kódà mo ti lọ sórí page Gilbert Square. This is how they talk about the egungun, wanting a strange creatures with us in the square. Lójú ara wọn, nǹkan tó strange ni. That shows that we have a lot of work to do, because this thing should not be called strange creature. It has history. By now, nígbà táwọn put ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ pé strange, this is not strange. It has been with us for thousands of years. Ó dáa pé táwọn ọmọ Igbo yẹn lélẹ̀. Imagine language tó lò yẹn pé strange. Ó lè strange sáwọn lóòótọ́, but only history. And this is why we are telling our people. À ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation, a fi ń ṣeré. If they can call Egungun a strange creature, how can it be strange? Something that has been with us for thousands of years, but because things have been destroyed, history have been destroyed. We'll come back to that later. Now let's come back to the next people we want to appreciate. A gbọ́dọ̀ appreciate Olori. Olori is a member of the UK Ilana, and also she's part of the council here in London. A tireless working woman, hardcore Yoruba believer. This is not the first time she has taken us to somewhere. Okay, I think the Instagram is still not stable. So I'm going to start it again. Until I get all the extra phone that I need, I will continue to complain each time I'm on live, and then calls are disturbing me. But the moment I'm about to need Google phones that need to were enough, I will not complain. But for now, I will complain. Olori. Olori is a member of the UK Ilana. A lot of us will say, kí làwọn èèyàn ń ṣe, ṣe nǹkan kan, wọ́n náà ń ṣiṣẹ́ lábẹ́lẹ̀. Lára iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe lábẹ́lẹ̀, òun lè rí result ẹ̀ ní Acme. Ta ló notice pé, ta ló lè sọ one thing that you saw that indicate that the Yoruba people or the Yoruba nation people were there? Who can give us something clear? Clear, tó yẹ pé kódà tíyàn bá dijú gan sef, èèyàn mọ̀ pé yes, lótìtọ́ àwọn Yoruba nation wà níbẹ̀ yẹn. Who can tell us something? I want to know those of you that watch the broadcast. At least, even though I was called that the YouTube was very bad, I had to change the phone again. Láti lo new phone me, or phone me rather, láti fi ṣe live streaming here. How many people saw anything to really showcase pé àwa Yorùbá wà níbẹ̀ yẹn lénìí, or even the Yoruba nation people? Because gbogbo àwọn tó wà níbẹ̀ Yorùbá ni wọ́n. Okay, flag. So somebody on YouTube said flag, somebody on Facebook said flag. Do we agree? Somebody said on the people wearing the Yoruba polos, flags, the Yoruba nation flag, Yoruba nation flag. It is the flag. A lot of us don't understand when they say ẹ jẹ́ ká jáde fún recognition. If I've gone there without the outfit, but I went there with something that is indicating like it looks like a flag, it automatically indicates that that flag means something to me. But ẹni tó ń wo kíní yẹn lọ́wọ́ mi is also trying to find out, even without asking me, pé hello, àwọn tó jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ọmọ ìlú wo làwọn? And that is the job of the flag that we presented today in Hackney Carnival. Àwọn tó jẹ́ kí agbátò flag yẹn kó indicate lẹ́nìí was the Ilana UK. They actually ordered the big ones. Ẹ̀rí pé yẹn tó tóbi ju the smaller ones tí à ń send in Nigeria, because the reason that you send smaller ones in Nigeria ni pé it is much cheaper for us to send it than the bigger ones. Ilana UK paid for 100 of those flags, and you saw the display of those flags properly during that carnival today. All these happen because they have a good leader that is driving the Ilana UK, and that is Bashegun. Bashegun is the leader of the Ilana UK, that it has to come all the way from Leicester. Tibalowo Leicester, c'est London. And I'm telling those of us that are always using excuse, I understand. We are all working. We have life to live. We have children. We have family. Maybe our family. You know, I want to find out Leicester to ask me how long it took Bashegun to come all the way down. Bashegun, if he was driving, it would have taken him 2 hours to drive down to London from Leicester. If he was coming on the train, it could be shorter. Well, it's giving me indication for tomorrow, but apparently I want to change the date to tomorrow because date don't form anything to a nini. So we're going to change the time rather, because I'm going for me based on the time. We should time to feel on this in. So what we're going to do, so give and take the parts. So give and take, Bashegun has actually come all the way from Leicester. So Mofewo Lati Aro. It would have taken him 1 hour 39 minutes on the train. So Kasha's up with 2 hours. So those of us that are always outside London, Tabasokpa fishing in London, let us always remember that we are all sacrificing. I know somebody that came from Manchester is heading back tomorrow. And he came for this reason alone. Just one night and he's gone back again. But he has represented a Yoruba man in that event. Àwa torí ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀, àwa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn mẹ́mbà Ìlànà UK. Ẹ sister wa kan níbẹ̀, Sister Fumi. She was the one wearing the short jeans that she would not have been able to wear in that your shit country called Nigeria, because I'm sure you will be more enticed to a body than who she is, because in that shit old country you call Nigeria, gbogbo obìnrin tẹ́ bá rí lẹ fẹ́ bá sùn, not ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò wá, but the messed up country. I'm sure pé gbogbo ti rí fídíò kan tí bọ̀bọ̀ kan tó lọ láti abroad tó gbé bèbí kan tí yẹn ti jí passport ẹ̀, ó ti jí ago, ó ti jí diamond. Ẹ mọ̀ kí mo máa ń sọ kíní yẹn, mo sì máa fi ṣe program, kò ń ṣe nísìn, but ẹ mọ̀ kí mi, I don't want to touch those areas, but I just have to mention, you know, when I talk on the show all the time, máa ń sọ fún yín pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ kí Yorùbá nation kó wáyé because of the little things they do when they go back home. Some of us knows them. Ẹ wá wò yẹn, ó lọlé, ó gbé girl kan fún 40,000, ó náà fún ní 50,000. Ìyẹn tí wàá jí passport mọ́ lára. Kò tẹ̀ máa dúpẹ́ pé wọ́n pa sínú yàrá yẹn, kó fi bọ́ọ̀dì ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ kó lọ. Bíá ẹni tó gbé fúnra wọn, bíá wọ́n mọ̀, bíá gà yẹn mọ̀ ni kó má lọ pa sínú ilé. Ẹ rántí director TV, you know the girl that killed that TV guy. Ẹ rántí, the girl is still, the case is ongoing. I'm sure some of you remember that story. Ọmọ Unilag. But eléyìí, bí àgbà tó bára wọn ó wá jí láàárọ̀, ó wá wá passport ẹ̀. Ẹni tó dẹ̀ gbé passport, ìyẹn mọ passport tó dá. Kò gbé passport Nàìjíríà, ó gbé red passport. Ibẹ̀ kọ́ ni mo kàn fẹ́ lọ, but what I'm just trying to say is, we saw a beautiful Yoruba woman in our sister Fumi, not the outfit she was wearing. But I'm sure some of you, Otaga case. But I'm sure some of you that is watching that, my beautiful sister Fumi, àwọn lọ́wọ́ short jeans yẹn, ó ti yẹ ṣe kò dé pẹ́ńpẹ́. That is something she cannot wear in the northern part of Nigeria. tó dẹ̀ wọ very tight, she went all the way to Belgium nígbà táwọn ọmọ Biafra fẹ́ ṣe rally ní Belgium, or Brussels rather. A very hardworking, beautiful, and I think we're going to be meeting up again for I'm not going to take calls, but at exactly 1 o'clock, I'm going to end this broadcast so that I can have enough sleep, and then we can meet up again tomorrow at 12 p.m. ní Shepherd's Bush. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ lọ sí carnival, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ pàdé wa pé ká jọ pàdé, torí pé kó má jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ máa dárìn pẹ̀lú aṣọ Yorùbá Nation àti flag. Àìtí lè sọ pé bíbá ìlà máa wà, but our plan is to meet at Shepherd's Bush train station outside at 12 p.m. We will wait there till 1 o'clock. Tó bá ti ń di 1, from maybe 20 minutes past, we will all move. Kò bá jẹ́yàn mẹ́ta ló bá dé, àwa tá bá ti dé à ń lọ nìyẹn. The carnival is a lot of people. There will be probability that you will call me. I cannot pick up my phone because it will be noisy. I cannot tell you where exactly we are, and I'm not going to turn on my location so that you can be able to find me. If you want to come with us to the carnival tomorrow, you have to be there at exactly 12 p.m. Lọ́sàn-án ọ̀la ní Shepherd's Bush. I'm aware that there's a lot of problem with the London Underground and the Overground because they are on strike. But I'm aware that bus 453 gets to Shepherd's Bush from Southeast London. And you can also connect with all other buses. Èmi náà nísìn, tí bá ti dé train station, tí bá ti rí pé kò ṣiṣẹ́, máa tètè bọ́ sórí bus, máa lọ join bus yẹn ní via Oxford Circus or somewhere around there to continue. So what I'm trying to say is to move forward quickly. After Timothy kí Ilana UK àti olórí àti ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Wole Amodemaja Mushin Ajina, mo wá kí gbogbo àwọn artists wọn tó play níbẹ̀, láti every one of them. Maybe I might remember their name or not, and I think they have a flyer here that I can go through quickly. Akibabawa Alhaji Sule Adio Atawewe, mo kí wọn dáadáa. A lot of you might not know. I don't know him. I've never met him before. Àrírárí, àwọn lè mọ̀ mí based on what I do. Even if I don't go into the private conversation that I had with him at the backstage, he was able to trust me to say, Mr. Koiki, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa kọ bá mi tí n bá ti go live, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa bá mi di fóònù yẹn mú ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tẹ́ bá ti sọ náà ni máa bá yín ṣe. So I actually helped him, to stream his live Facebook with the phone he gave me, which is his phone. Mo kí DJ KC, mo kí DJ Fash, mo kí Alani Egu, mo kí Don Moses, mo kí Jide, then DJ BSA, mo wá kí Baba Gaji of London. I'm just here to appreciate everybody. This is not a program. This is not a topic that we're discussing. My job here tonight is just to appreciate people. But I want to appreciate mo ṣe fẹ́ dọ́dọ̀ wọn ní ó kù díẹ̀. Nígbà tá a ti wá kí gbogbo àwọn artist àtàwọn tá a bá lè rántí àtàwọn tá a rántí, let me now come to our Yoruba Ọmọdúdúwà brothers, auntie, sisters, uncles, children. I can use from now till next day to appreciate you. But where do I start? Níbo mo ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀? Mo sọ fún yín pé kí n má exaggerate jù. Out of 100% ní event tí mo lọ yẹn, 80 are full ready for Yoruba Nation, without no doubt in my mind. I'm talking about 80% of them. Some of what they told me, some of them privately, is not for social media consumption. Some of them are fully ready to go on the first available flight to go back home and defend Yoruba land. And I'm not joking. Some of them are waiting for everything that will unfold. Some of them do not even want to hear anything apart from Yoruba nation. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nínú wọn have been on this journey longer than me. Some of them, Nigeria has done as bad as it has done to a lot of us. Kò ń ṣe torí Koiki Media tó ń sọ pé kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró. Ìdí tí gbogbo wọn ṣe fẹ́ kí Yorùbá dá dúró ni pé in tó Koiki Media tó ń ṣe Koiki Media náà ló ń ṣàwọn náà. Some of them said to me, àgbójú jáde Koiki, a fi ẹ̀mí wa sórí nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí, and we are ready to sacrifice our blood for it. Some of them, what they told me, I cannot share it on the social media. They are not joking. The Yorubas in UK are ready. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí mo pàdé lálẹ́ yìí gave me an assurance that if Yoruba nation is declared tonight, people will move without any doubt in my mind. And the question I ask myself is, ká dúpẹ́ f'Ọlọ́run. Some of them are women and they are ready. Àwọn kan nínú wọn wà ńbẹ̀. I met a guy that have lived in Ukraine for 15 years. Is now back here in London. People are ready for Yoruba nation to come. Some of them ask me if Baba Akintoye is going to declare Yoruba nation this year, because if that declaration does not come, they don't know what is going to happen. But before I go into Awonyowa, let me also appreciate the Biafrans that came for that carnival. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. The Biafra were quite well represented with their children, probably most of them their wives or families. And you can see why we say we are not one. We can live side by side as an independent sovereign nation, secure our borders, and when an Arewa man wants to come, we will look at the arrangement that we have with their government, and they will come, and we will make sure that when they come, depending on whatever they are planning to do, we should be able to know wherever they are in our land. And that goes as well to the Biafra. But when you look at the event today, again, I'm asking this question. Did you see any difference between us and the Biafra? I'm talking about our outfit, our culture, and our tradition. And I'll give you a quick one. Nígbà tí eégún àwọn Biafra dé, they didn't speak Yoruba. They came with a very beautiful outfit. their cultural outfit. We love it and we appreciate it. We dance together even though we might not understand the language. But at least those of the Yoruba that understand the language and those of us that never understand, we dance along with them. And when the Yoruba masquerade, tí à ń pè ní Ẹ̀yọ̀, nígbà tóun náà dé, the Biafrans will probably never understand what he was saying. Àfẹn tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ Biafra tó gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa tó ti gbé láàrin wa. But we all enjoyed it together. Two different culture, two different people, but yet the government of Britain put it together as one nation. Nígbà tí ìgúnnukó dé, ìgúnnukó nìkan tó tọ́ nìyẹn, kò ẹlòmíì ò rí rí tó jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wa níbí báyìí. Again, àwọn Biafra náà tún gbé gúngún mi wọlé. Ẹ̀rí pé àwọn méjèèjì dé almost simultaneously. If you watch the video very well, you will also understand that it's not that we hate their own culture, neither do they hate our own as well. But this is what we have been saying on the social media, that we can live side by side as independent nation, but we are not the same. Because our culture can be sold to the people in the Biafra land, and their culture as well can be sold to us. But a lot of Yoruba people want us to keep Nigeria that doesn't have a culture, a Nigeria that doesn't have a language, a Nigeria that doesn't have an identity. So you want us to throw away this culture, this language, this identity, to sacrifice for Nigeria, so that we put sentiment kíyàn kan lọ ṣe láàrin àwọn the three political parties, and then we continue to roll and roll and roll while our culture, our identity, èdè wa, is now put underneath, and then they call us Nigerians. Are we truly Nigerians? Did you see Nigerians in us today? Is it not good to have an independent Yoruba nation that will be representing in Hackney by next year as an independent nation? Does that mean that when I will get there next year, I will not fight anybody that still want Nigeria? Because if Yoruba is declared and it's still Nigeria, Nigeria will be out of Yoruba, and whoever a Yoruba man that wants in Nigeria will continue to have a Nigerian passport. He can live with us, but we will not classify him as a Yoruba man or Yoruba woman anymore. He will just go along with Nigeria. Ǹjẹ́ ẹ fi jẹ́ pé kó di next year, kẹ́gbọ́n wa Wole Amodemaja kó tún ṣe the same event, but we are now coming as a nation that is already recognized, that is already standing, that is already existing, with our own economy, with our own passport, with our own currency. And when we are now telling the council in London, they will no longer classify us as Nigerians anymore. Do you see the reason why if we declare Yoruba nation, the council will have a lot of problem with a lot of Yoruba people in this country? Because if Baba Akintoye and the team declare Yoruba nation today or tomorrow, automatically all those Yoruba people that you saw in that particular carnival will be going to their council and be claiming a Yoruba person and no more Nigeria. We will start giving a lot of problem. And what are the problem? Because if I go to my own local government, in London, ní bíbá, tí mo sọ fún wọn pé, I want my details in your file to be updated, because you have known me as a Nigerian, but I do not want to be known as Nigerian anymore. They're going to ask me why. And I'm going to tell them a Yoruba nation has been declared, in a former Nigeria, they will have no other option to start all having emergency meeting. And those emergency meetings will also lead to the British government, the government in the center, that all those Yoruba people that are living in England, Scotland, Wales, they are now claiming that they want their file to be updated because they don't want to be known as Nigerians anymore. You can see the ripple effect of what a declaration can make. But the reason why the council the reason why council listen, even though the council have representative there and they can monitor everybody that is there, okay, Yoruba nation in Nigeria, but it's still Nigeria. That's what they're going to tell us. Àbí mo parọ́? Taba sọ pé we are Yoruba nation and we have not declared. We are just campaigning. We are talking, which is good. We are mobilizing. We are meeting ourselves. We are hugging. We are Mr. Koiki. Ẹ má bínú pé ó kéré ẹgbàá £20. Ẹgbàá $. Mr. Koiki. Ẹ ṣàdúrà fún mi. And we are doing that for the next 30 years, 20 years. The council will not recognize us as Yoruba people. That's why some people say, you are just sitting on the social media. Nothing is going to happen. And it is true. Because as far as a declaration does not happen, gbogbo tá à ń ṣe is just social media conversation, nothing more than that. I know it's not what you want to hear tonight, but that is the reality. But Tabati declare Yoruba nation. The next event in London, we will claim a Yoruba nation right as a citizen of Yoruba nation living in England to be represented as a nation, not as Nigerians anymore. I hope a lot of us are thinking in long term than the short term. But if we don't do so, I'm afraid it will just be ẹ fún mi lówó o, mo máa ra fóònù o, Yorùbá nation ni mo ń ṣe o, ẹ support mi o. And at some point, a lot of you will just fade away and you say, you know what, that guy, ó ti di nuisance orí social media. Ṣé Yorùbá nation tó declare ló tó wá ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ wa? Ó dà kí n má sọ nǹkan míì tí mo fi sọ síra mi. Ó dà pé ó ti ń kán. Ẹ̀ ń pariwo Yorùbá nation wọ́n declare. Ìwọ tún jáde. Ó tún sọ pé ó fẹ́ nǹkan kan. You can see the consequence of what might happen. I know a lot of you are wondering. Ẹ má bínú pé mo ti kí àwọn èèyàn wá dáadáa tó wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn, mo sì máa kí yín. I just want us to really understand the in-depth of what we carry. Because as we speak right now, if we do not declare Yoruba nation, all the countries that we are living, whether in Africa, Asia, Europe, Far East, Cairo, Kenya, South Africa, United Kingdom, America, Canada, Cyprus, Turkey, Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia, Thailand, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin Republic. If we don't declare Yoruba nation, they will probably just take us as people that are talking on the social media, and that's it. But if a declaration comes out as an official document, whether the Nigerian government listen or not, it has first start changing the faces of Yoruba people outside. While the Nigerian government is trying to save themselves from pinning us down, killing us, as a lot of you say, shooting us, àwa tí ń fún Nigerian government ní heart attack níta. The heart attack we are giving the government is, we are going to be civilized people. A lot of us will go to the council. and say, our file in this council must now be updated. Our children in the school will no longer be known as Nigerians. We want Yoruba to now be added to all languages, all the sectors in this country, and anywhere we are. Èwo lẹ rò pé ó máa ní problem jù? Ṣé èyí tí wọ́n pa yín nílé ló máa ní problem jù? Àbí tó wà níta tó máa wà more concern pé a ti fáwọn ní problem, and that problem goes to the government of each of this country. Imagine if all the Yorubas, ní gbogbo àgbáyé ta ló ń bá government ibi ta wà pé our country has now been given to us and we want representative to be in this country because we don't want to talk to the Nigerian embassy that we call. We don't get them on the phone. We can't get our passport. Our representative will need an office in Switzerland, in Belgium, so that we can communicate with them. We don't want to be. It will change a lot of things. Kí wọ́n padà sọ́dọ̀ yín bàbá mi, ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ̀yin àbúrò mi, ẹ̀yin tí mo pàdé ní àná ní, I will just call it Acne Carnival, even though they call it Niger Carnival. I can tell you again, 80% of those in that event are full-blown Yorubas that are ready for Yoruba to be declared. And I say it without mixing my word. 80% àwọn tí mo pàdé ní Acne yẹn cannot wait for Yoruba to be declared. And the question is, let us continue to pray and prepare our mind for whatever will be, will be. Bó bá wọn heaven kó sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá, a máa gbà lálejò. Tó bá wọn hellfire kó nǹkan sọ̀kalẹ̀ dáadáa, a gbà lálejò. A Yoruba nation cannot miss this chance and this opportunity. If Yoruba nation is declared today, trust me, London will be shut down with a full celebration in different local governments. I saw that at the event I was yesterday. People are preparing for a massive celebration of a Yoruba nation declaration out of Nigeria. But if we don't push and continue to tell our leaders, don't play with the Yoruba people this time around. The previous leaders, that I don't have to mention all their names, they have toyed with our lives. What if fi ẹ̀dùn ọkàn sí wa ní ìgbà àyà nítorí pé àwọn ni a gbéṣẹ́ fún tí a wò gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn leaders wa pé kó lọ bá wa bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ kí ọ̀nà máa ṣe lè là fọ́mọ Yorùbá. All they've done is every single one of them, maybe not all of them, use that advantage to enrich themselves, live a better life, continue to say they are fighting for the Yoruba people. I don't want to be in that kind of a bracket where you will be pointing the finger at me. And that is why my style of presentation, my style of communication, my adamant that we should fight now before we get conquered. You might not agree with it. You might not like it. But if we allow what we are fighting for to slip away from us now, please don't come back and blame me for that. Because as I stand tonight, I would rather want us to fight our way out. if we don't do so. And fighting comes in different forms and shape. What I'm doing right now is fighting, mobilizing, talking to you. You take that talking and go and implement it. Don't get me involved in your implementation. You don't even have to carry me along. Go and do what needs to be done as we all prepare our mind. But the major one that is coming, as we have been told, is the mega rally. Don't joke with this mega rally. The mega rally that drove will lead a lot and guide us. We don't know what will be the next outcome. But gbogbo ẹni tí mo pàdé lálẹ́ yìí àbí lálẹ́ àná, whether you engage me for 1 minute or 3 minutes, and some of you engage me for a lot of time, and I appreciate it. Even if you are somebody that wanted to critique what we do, especially me, I enjoy it because I lived in this society where feedback and critiques is allowed. Like I always say, you don't have to agree with everything I say or everything I have done in the past in this movement. But let us fight and get the hell out of Nigeria. That is my take. And again, if I wanted to prostrate, I can prostrate to every one of you that I met today. I couldn't believe that even up to when I was going, because Walata came and he drove me back home, but I had 4 people escort me to the vehicle. There was no need for that because London is safe. But you just wanted to be sure that we got to the vehicle. I appreciate you. Some of you have just been watching and listening carefully. You are more bitter and angry than I am. But you prove tonight. Ṣé ẹni tó kọ ìwé ní ká sọ? Ẹni tó kọrin fún wa ní ká sọ? I can't thank every one of you. An elderly man came up to me and said, Mr. Koiki, Integbedani, I've been fighting for it for the last 40 years of my life. Wọ́n ṣí fìlà, irun funfun ló wà lórí wọn tó fi ṣe àdúrà fún mi. Not only that, wọ́n tún dìpọ̀ àwọ̀ ọ́fíìsì inú àpò mi pé kí n má bínú pó kéré. Every single one of you that met me, it's not because of what I do, it's because we are all dreaming for something that we cannot afford to let go as we speak right now. Yoruba nation is our last hope. We must not allow it to slip away from us. We must do everything as we continue the campaign, awareness and preparation. Don't joke with it. Don't take it as, something that should be your secondary agenda. I know we all have a family. Your family will end up swearing for you that you should have fought for this. Some of our children that you are loving so much now, spending a lot on them, they will hate you forever because you played a little role. This is a time to squeeze. This is a time to mobilize. Even Professor Wole Soyinka says, what do you expect me to do? The war is already on our doorstep. If we have to mobilize, we'll mobilize. Because the center is not going to defend us. We must defend ourselves. And on that note, màá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín tí ojú ríra. Ẹni tó bá wá ṣe àwọn gbọ́ fídíò yìí pé ṣé pé Koiki wà nínú bẹ́ẹ̀? Mo wá rí Koiki. Ẹ má bínú. I can assure you there will be another time. Another time is today, where we're going to be heading to the carnival. We will go to the carnival. This is a civilized society. Àwọn pàdé àwọn èèyàn lọ́nà kọ́ wá ní pé torí àwọn believe in Yoruba nation káwá máa bára wa jà. And I don't expect anybody to do the same because I'm sure you live here like I do. The worst case scenario is tẹ́ bá ṣàtìrí Koiki pé wèrè yẹn ló ń bọ̀ ẹ ṣáà yà fẹ́ mi. I will be with my phone. I will be recording. And I don't think we should have any reason, to tutọ́ sí wàrà wa lára. And this is the beauty of a civilized society. I'll be there tomorrow. If you don't want to be in my camera, you better get out of the camera. It's an open plan tomorrow where there will be all kind of different phones recording. My phone will pick anything as we go along tomorrow, just as it does every day. If you think that maybe you might not be comfortable with that because you are not a Yoruba nation, you better don't make it down to me tomorrow. I'm just joking. And on that note, I'm going to go now and have a good rest. I say thank you so much. I could have mentioned all your names on the platform, but I'm so tired. So, Elaba Fewosinu Ominira. I promised to do a fundraising on our platform for it. I guess we're going to do Tuesday. I don't know how much is in there right now. Let me have a look. Ominira Yoruba GoFundMe. $25,000. My plan to say we're not going to hit 50,000 because I know we're not going to. But by the time I come on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, I expect to top it up to $30,000. That means Elomatojo Wole for me. Tajoma Fisibe. Koda, I think it's only one person I've not done his own. And Itoba Moshe, I can help you. And the way we're going to help you is on the live show, and that will only happen on the live show. You will call, you will put money in my account, I'll put your name, I'll pay for you, and your name will come up on the screen. We will raise that money to $30,000. I don't want to say 50,000 because I know we can't. And if we do, the show on Tuesday will be for that purpose only. Have a very good morning and bye for now. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Koiki. Tí gbogbo yín pè mí lénìí ní ìyá kan ní Koiki oní wàhálà. A lot of you say Koiki Media. Kò ń ṣogún ni mò ń gbé wá o. Bringing the world, ilé ayé, the world closer to your doorstep. Bye for now. Let's play the anthem and we go. Lẹ́ǹkan sí mo kí bàbá wa Wole Amodemaja. Bye for now. Kájọlá, ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira, ní kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lépa, tẹ̀síwájú fọ́pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára, ọmọkùnrin dìde, bọ́ sí ipò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ó dàárọ̀.